Alright, so got my bumper center section mostly tacked together. I left the top plates off for now because I think it'll be easier so I can weld this together without those in the way. But before I do any more welding besides the tacking, I think I want to test fit it just in case I have to move anything around. And so in order to do that, it means I got to take off the current bumper. So got to take off all the plastic bumper, the grill, headlights, all of that good stuff. So there we go. I don't think those are supposed to be there. I think it's supposed to have clips instead. Whatever. Works. Wow. There's a lot holding that on. So check this out. Ever since I bought this WJ, the cruise control hasn't worked. The lights, you know, all light up when you press the buttons inside and everything, and it looks like everything should work, but it just never engages. And I tried tracing all the lines and everything from back behind the engine. They come around and go, but they go under the battery tray. I had the battery tray out and everything, but I couldn't get to anything that I found was wrong. And I actually, when I was at the junkyard getting other parts, I actually got a new cruise control servo motor, this little vacuum motor here, just in case that was the problem. And I figured now, since I'm pulling all this stuff off, it would give me good access to it, because you got this little vacuum box here, and there's the servo motor and everything, and I can get to it great because the headlight's not here and the header panel's not in the way. So I was looking at the lines here, coming off of here and going back here, and look at that right back there. That little vacuum line right there is completely destroyed. So I don't know if that's the only problem I have, but that's definitely a problem. So if that's all it is, I got to replace that little plastic line. That would be great. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so I took my battery out so I could get easier access to the vacuum line for that cruise control thing. So there's the line. I didn't get any of it while I was working on it. This is the line that had the problem, and it used to be a plastic line all the way there. You see now there's a little rubber line there. So all I did is right there, you can see right in there, I have a rubber line. It's actually this piece right here. I had another one of those off the cruise control vacuum motor I took out of the junkyard. So I took this little piece off of the other one and put it right on there. There was just a little bit of the line sticking out of this T, little plastic line. So I took that, put this line right on here. It made a nice little curve. Put that clamp on to make sure it doesn't slide off. And then in this side, it slides in far enough that I think it's not going to come out of there. So, and then it just goes right in. So now, hopefully, that'll take care of my cruise control. We'll find out once I get it all back together. But now back to tearing this up for the bumper. So what I'm doing here is I need to remove these supports here because the new bumper comes with new ones, but they're also the same bolts that hold these supports in for this top support hold my hood latch on. And so I marked all around where the nuts are and the top of the latch so that when I get back on I can get it lined up somewhere close by, because that'll make the hood not latch properly if you don't. I mean, you can adjust it afterwards, but if I mark it now, more chance that I'll get it right after I'm done. What I'm going to do with that, because this whole thing is probably going away. All of that is getting cut out. So I'm going to have to find another place to put this. Okay, so I got the bumper test fitted on there. It's attached slightly by the lower bolt holes. It's not fastened in there all the way. Still needs some, not fully on there, obviously. Still needs some adjustments, but this is just the first test fit. But it's getting late, so that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. So it's on there. I still got a few more adjustments to do on the, there's like a lip down on the bottom here where this outer piece kind of underneath, it's like this. You see how this lip comes up? Well, it kind of comes up back there, so I need to like shave that flat or cut it off somehow so that this can go up flush against that. And then the holes inside the frame rails, I gotta like widen them out a little bit because the bolts aren't quite fitting in there straight, which they say that in the instructions. You may need to widen them out because, every vehicle is slightly different, and, also it could be that, these are welded in, a few millimeters left or right where they're supposed to be, and, that makes them line up slightly differently, but, bottom line is it lines up more or less. It'll be fine once I get it on there. I just need to finish some adjustments and get it bolted in for good. Also, these top plates are not actually on right now. I just put them on so I can see how it looks, because I got to figure out how I'm going to handle that. I think there's enough room to reach in here, even with the plates on. So if I put the plate on there, I think there's just enough room to get a wrench in there to get to the, so you can get in there, and I can get in there with the wrench, just barely, to tighten those nuts down. My other option is once I get them tightened down, I might see if I can just tack weld the nuts onto the plate so that they're in place. But I don't want to do that until I've got it into place, because if I tack weld them in the wrong place, well, then that just makes my life a whole lot harder. But anyway, that's it for now. More to come.